Good evening, everybody. This is kind of take two because we've had a lightning here this evening, and it appears that my internet is having a moment. My name is Rob Yates. I'm the CEO of TetraKey.com, and this evening forms part of a series of Facebook Live free business thoughts and business coaching sessions, and just general stuff on how to be the very best version of you and how to increase your level of success dramatically in 2017. That's going to see me Monday to Friday for 52 weeks this year, at about this time, giving you some content. I'll have some friends who come and join me, and you might have seen my friend Jenny the other evening. And we've got some other exciting friends, business partners, colleagues, and clients coming to join us over the next month. So tonight, what are we going to talk about? Tonight we're going to look at the secrets of storytelling for unlimited success. I'd encourage all of you to pay 100% attention. This evening I'm going to give you little known secrets and structures behind becoming an amazing storyteller. Storytelling is not a gift. Storytelling is simply something that you can do if you use the right structure. So that's it. Your ticket to the game this evening, as always, is to click share and click like, and then click share again, so that all of your friends and your colleagues can get to be immensely successful this year as well as you. If you're on YouTube, and we have a YouTube channel, so please go and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, but if not, just click like and click share, and that's your appreciation for us for doing these sessions. And so let's consider this secret of storytelling for unlimited success. I'm not very well set up this evening, so I apologise. I was set up and then the internet seemed to go, and I had to go and find somewhere with better internet, so I apologise if I look down quickly. So the saying goes that facts tell and stories sell. And that's true, isn't it? You know, they say lies, lies, and more statistics. Every fact that you try and give somebody, you know, a number or a statistic, in the back of a lot of people's heads is they're just going, whatever, it's a number. How do you validate it? How do you prove it? It's another statistic. We're having statistics chucked at us by the government, by politicians, by people the entire time. And we don't trust them, so why would we trust your statistic? Whereas the story that you tell, or the story that a client of yours tells about their experience with you, that's real, that's tangible, that's touchable, that's believable. And so stories do truly sell. And regardless of what you do for a job, the art of being able to sell is probably the biggest marker of how successful you will be. So whether it's the ability to physically sell something for cash, you know, somebody's going to buy a product from you, or whether it's the ability to sell an idea into a meeting, or into a group of people, or sell an idea into that people need to buy into, but they're not physically going to part with cash. The ability to do this selling is beyond anything else that you could concentrate on, especially if you're doing it ethically. And so it was the 28th of October, 1998. I'm stood on a rock above a massive whitewater river in Nepal in the Himalayas. The river is flowing at 2 to 3 times its normal volume. And its normal volume was 1,400 cubic meters per second. The rapid in front of me always got kayaked in exactly the same way. You went down the left-hand side, and yet there I was that morning, stood above that river, looking down. And from where I was looking, I felt invincible, and I believed that I could see a different way of kayaking down the river. You see, from where I stood, it looked like I had to go past 2 big crashing waves, and by big crashing waves, I'm talking about a wave that's probably the size of your house. And after the second wave, I had to go and paddle left very, 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 very quickly. Otherwise, I may well end up in a place where someone had drowned a few months previously. When I slid into my kayak on the Whitewater River, I felt confident and I felt capable, and I set about executing my plan. Everything seemingly was going well until I went past what I thought was the first wave and was actually the second wave, fell off the edge of a waterfall and went into the place where somebody had drowned a couple of months ago. You see, immediately when that happened, I knew that something was not going to be good. The likelihood of me coming out of that situation in my kayak was slim, and in fact the likelihood of me just coming out of that situation was slim as well. At that point in time, the water pressure trapped me underneath the water, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get up to breathe. The water pushed me underneath the big rock, and the world went very dark, and all I could see was a small hole of light, and the water was pushing me in there, and I was fighting for breath. My world went very dark and very strange. It went very calm and yet panicked. My lungs burnt, and then my lungs stopped burning. And then it went dark and quiet and dark. And then it stopped. The next thing that I remember was searing pain in my chest, was immense white light, and it was the voices of two of my very best friends dragging me over rocks on the bank of the river. You see, at that point in time, the bright light was sort of coming through my closed eyelids. I can't remember seeing anything. I just remember searing bright light. I remember choking. I remember puking. I remember all sorts of painful things. But suddenly what I thought was going to be the end of my life became the start. So before you have to ask, that story is 100% true. I was a professional kayaker, and that's an experience I had on the Kaligandaki River in Nepal in 1998. It's probably an experience in my life, actually, that as opposed to destroying part of my life, formed who I am today and what I do with my life today. And that story takes on a classical quality storytelling structure. A structure that you too can use when you tell stories. You know, a lot of people, they're not very good at telling stories. They stumble over their words. They get caught up in the structure. They kind of miss the punchline, or they get stuck in one particular area of the story for far too long. And so the structure that you can use to tell a story effectively is very simple. We first start off by explaining to people the challenge. Think back to the story I just told you. The challenge was about kayaking the rapid in a new way. It was about avoiding the place that somebody had drowned a few months ago. That was the challenge. We then talk about the struggle that happens. And I'm sure you can just think back to a couple of minutes ago of me recounting what my struggle was. And then the last thing that we need for a story to be complete, for people to buy into the story, is we need the resolution. And if you think about all good stories, all good movies, things from religious books through to novels, through to anything else, they all follow that structure. You know, you think about a movie, boy wants to have a girlfriend. Boy finds a girlfriend. Girlfriend already has a boyfriend. And there's a bit of a struggle that goes on between those two boyfriends. And then at the end of it, the hero gets to keep the girl, the resolution. Top Gun is one of my favourite movies in the world. Don't ask me why, I just love it. It follows exactly this pattern. And so think about what stories is it you tell that you use on a regular basis, and how can you use this structure to be a powerful, successful storyteller? Something I personally do is I have a bank of 6 or 7 stock rehearsed stories that I use in different situations, which means that I'm never short of a story when it comes to making a sell. And so that's it from me this evening. Facts tell, stories sell, and you too, with that challenge, struggle, resolution structure, can be an amazing, powerful storyteller that can bring about unlimited amounts of success for you. I hope this evening's been useful to you. Please click like, please click share, and thank you if you already have shared and liked. That's very, very much appreciated. There's the opportunity in the description for this Facebook Live session to download our free ebook. And if you do that, you will get a 2-week early access to the next ebook that's going to come out, which will be available to the people who've downloaded this one on the 1st of March. So that's it from me this evening. Please click like, please click share. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you tomorrow evening, same time, same place, or tomorrow morning if you're in the US. And apart from that, go and be awesome for the next 24 hours. It's been a pleasure to spend time with you. Good night.